Hello, Luxies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. There's a blue cat and an Amy here today. Hi, everyone. Let me orientate myself. I'm actually at the airport. I was just telling Amy that I made a little bit of a boo-boo with my trip planning because I was supposed to come back today, but for some reason, I forgot about the live and I booked my flight at 3 o'clock today. So I was like, oh, if I booked it, I was planning to book it like later in the evening, like 6, which would mean I'll be at home and, the live would be great, right? But I was like, oh no, it's right smack in the middle. So yeah, right after the live, I'll run off. But yeah, I was here sitting here, like figuring out where am I going to sit. Internet here is not the best, but we will still get on with the show. So I'll just, oh my God, I'm sitting under some blue light, but at least there's a power plug here.
It's okay. At least it's mostly slides today. We have quite a few eye candy on slides for you guys.
Yes. So today we are going to talk about the latest LV collection because I think this round, Pharrell's collections have been really, really like popular, right? Everybody's been talking about it, and he does really great shows. I even watched his first show. But I think in the past couple shows, I didn't really pay attention. Except this show, I was like, whoa, there's a lot of stuff. And Amy, you also picked quite a few selected items to talk about. There's bags, there's clothing, I think there's styling as well. So let's take a look at it. What was your overall thought of the whole collection? That's before we jump into the whole
It's obvious. For me, it's obvious that it was a collaboration collection because it was very fun, a bit edgy, but not overly crazy. Like most looks seem still quite wearable, unless there were maybe a few looks that were more colorful, unless you're not into colors. But otherwise, I liked it, and there were some eccentric handbags, so to be discussed. But otherwise, I really thought it was a nice collection. It's quite I don't know what the best word is. It's quite a fun, like exciting collection to look at.
Yeah, it's got everything, right? Even like the ladies, like for me, I was like, wow, there are more things to see. So yeah, it's got elements of something that's very sophisticated, just very streetwear, very clean cut, and then there's got something that's so elaborate, but at the same time wearable as well. There's a lot of pink. Okay, there's a lot of pink in this collection. All right, let's get into it.
I just so happened I was like feeling really cold, like my hands
and you're
my
wearing
feet
pink.
are frozen. So I'm like, I grabbed the biggest jacket that I have that I can wear that is very cozy. Like this is a MGS. Oh my gosh, what is the brand? MSGM. So Italian brand, and it's like the nicest jersey, like thick, oversized blazer. I had it for a few years. I do love it. It's just one of those jackets that you can't wear all the time because it's very bright, it's very oversized. But when it's like very cold, or maybe you just want to pop a color and kind of be a bit more edgy, that's the jacket that I go to.
Yeah. Before we jump into the slides, just in case my internet is like awful, airport internet is bad. Okay, so just ignore it. Okay, right. Let's get started. All right, I have a couple of slides just to talk about, like Amy said, it is a collaboration between Pharrell and Nigo. And I took these 3 pictures because it really sort of, I feel sort of like the essence of the whole show, because it's archive, it's old TV, really old school kind of photos. But at the other side, the first picture is really edgy, something that they have taken this sort of trunk and made it squishy and made it really street vibe. So I just feel like these 3 photos give you a feel of what he was trying to do. It's like old school vintage, taken from the archives, but yet modernized. So this is a collaboration between 2. I don't really know, frankly, who Nigo is, but I think he's like some streetwear Is he a singer? Does anybody knows?
All I know is I looked him up a little bit. He's Japanese, right?
Mm.
So sounds pretty cool. I don't know his work, so other than that, that's all I looked up. I looked up quickly, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I
An
think this is the
artist from Japan.
second collaboration. There was one before this as well.
Hmm.
Maybe about 4 or 5 seasons ago. All right, let's get started. Come. We just took photos from the runway, and this is for me. I took it directly from LV's site. They put all the photos there. So this is yours, Amy.
Great. Same. I took most photos from LV's site, and then I also tried to look up some some detailed shots. That's why I try to put two different perspectives. So, this first look that I picked, I just like the overall. Like it seems something very wearable, and yet there's interesting details. So I zone into the jacket in this look. Obviously, it's not like I would wear this, but I like when I saw this on this male model, I was like, oh, I like the jacket. It's slightly cropped, slightly sort of like has like those colored detail that is flaps open, but it's still a very utilitarian, easy to wear zip. It seems like it's a very practical jacket as well. It could be a bit more like padded, warm for the cooler fall weather. And it's just something that I feel like it doesn't just belong on the runway, but something that you would actually buy in real life.
I like this one. Yes, yes. It's the styling is so. It's got everything, right? It's got this, it's just a straight up jacket, like a bomber jacket, but it's got everything. Is in like it's got a bit of edge to it, and I can't tell if the inside, the inside layer of the jacket is that like wool or something, because it looks a bit like this part, like a bit of looks like felt, but I don't think it's felt. It's like it's wool, so keep it really, really warm. Or is that part of the inside jacket? I can't tell, huh?
Yeah, but that's why I thought it was interesting, whether it's a two-piece or if it's part of the whole jacket. I like that it flares out. It just is so interesting, right? It's not just a simple zip up and then that's it. There's so much like stuff to look at. And yet it's simple enough, right? Which is why I liked it a lot.
Yeah, good one. Actually, you made a great point. There's so much to look at. So I think that's how I felt when I was looking through all the photos of this collection. Almost, not all, but almost every photo of these male models, there is so much to look at. Like you can stare, like, oh, the shoes, the bag, the hairstyle, the everything, the whole thing. So it felt felt really interesting.
Yes. Okay. So this second look, obviously the outfit, very simple, streamlined. That's not why I picked it. I picked it because of the bag. It's a cool, very like full alligator crocodile. I don't know what skin it is. Exotic, basically. This like light grayish blue. Wow, so pretty. Even though I'll never buy something
Yeah.
like this, but for this look, you didn't need the clothes to stand out. You just needed the bag and like such a good look.
Yeah, totally. Like, I think when they styled him, they probably, maybe gave him some accessories, but then actually that would take away the entire like focus. The bag is the focus, not even the shoes. You know what? If they just made him wear black shoes, it would also go, right? Just like the bag. Oh my god. We'll have to
It's
talk
nice.
about the bags. Yeah, we'll talk about the bags. I think I raised like a question during my recent Q&A. I asked, how much would you pay for a P9? And I was going on like, no, I won't pay so much. But I was quite surprised with some of the answers coming back from my Q&A. So we can talk about that when we reach one of the P9s.
Okay. Again, same thing. Same comment as earlier. Love the whole like jacket, everything vibe. Super wearable, but it's the bag. It's this like squished down alligator skin printed monogram with tons of like this one has tons of details. So it's so cool. Obviously, probably costing an arm and a leg. It's like a little box he's holding, squishable. And
Yeah.
yeah, such a good like collector's piece if you can buy this.
This reminds me of the Petite Mal when it first launched. Basically, this is the trunk. The like the giant hard case trunk. It's a square, right? But they turned it into this squishable bag. So like the Petite Mal is sort of having the trunk element, but there's no such trunk in the actual line, right? So maybe this is like the men's side of how a petite mal should look like for guys. A big trunk, a squishy one.
More boxy,
It's
like
and more boxy too.
it's square on the side, right? Like if you look at the profile,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's a men's clutch.
For sure. But this is gorgeous. I think it's like
Yeah.
if I strike the lottery, which I don't buy, but if I did buy and I struck it, these are like some of the collectible things you were like, ooh, let's get this.
Yeah, because I feel like this, although it is a slightly bigger size trunk, like little trunk clutch, I'm sure a lot of girls would be attracted to this one.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. P9.
Colorful, yeah. So yeah, it's the bag again. Just visually so captivating. And then the look is also good. They match sort of the color coordinating with the sleeve. Clothes wise, they all look really actually clothes wise so far, they all look quite wearable. Even this look, it's just slightly more color blocking, a little bit more colorful, but definitely still wearable. But the bag is where it's at.
Yeah. I love this jacket, this bomber jacket. I have a thing for bomber jackets. So this one was like, ooh, yes, since you put the photo, I didn't bother. But I did add one more. Let's zoom in on the bag.
Mhm.
Look, yeah. So coming back to my Q&A. So I did a Q&A. I said, I think I can't remember the question exactly, but it was about the Speedy P9. And I think it was about whether I would buy it. Like I said, oh, I would love to. Like I would love, and the pink would be great. We'll come to the pink one. But then I started to rant a little bit about the price. I was like, oh, who's so crazy, right? Who's gonna crazy to pay 13,000, 16,000 for a P9, and that probably in a couple of years, everybody be selling it on the pre-love market. That will be when the price of the P9, that will be the true value, right? What people buy for it. Then I posed the question, I said, would you buy it? Like if you see the P9 in the pre-love market, would you buy it for 9,000 or 10,000? And the answers came back, surprised me. People would say, oh my gosh, if I saw a P9 for 11,000, I would buy it. I was like, what? Why? Why? And then another one was like, yeah, definitely, because it's snapped up. It's hot enough that because it's full leather, it's like the Speedy but amped up. Okay, so I'm intrigued now. I'm actually intrigued. I want to see it in store. So this will be a hot cake. This gold one. I don't know when it's gonna launch. Is it like in September?
No clue. Didn't look up. I just know that, visually it's very interesting. Again, all the charms is not even the part that I'm attracted to. It's just the overall look when you looked at the whole male model with the whole clothing outfit. And then the bag is gold leather.
Yeah,
Wow.
gold leather, right? Hmm, gorgeous. Okay, you picked this. I was quite surprised you picked this, but it's a great talking
Well,
piece.
because it's a talking piece. Obviously, no one in their right mind would be like, "Oh yeah, let me buy this bag so that I can put my stuff in it." Like you can probably hardly fit anything, but it's just so interesting, and it's a piece of art. This is literally a piece of art. You buy it because you're just a super fan of LV, and you maybe like the two creators that collaborated and made these pieces. Again, the outfit, just whatever it is, like very nice, very wearable. Again, you can mix and match. I don't know what if this is like a more like a Bermuda shorts or if it's like a skirt. Anyway, I didn't look close up enough, but it's the bag. It's this like funky
It's a lobster.
lobster. They made the claws look so good. I wonder
Yeah.
because there's a little even like a little hardware there. I wonder if the claws can even move. It would be so hilarious if it does. But yeah, anyway, the details on this bag, so cool. I would never buy it. I'm sure nobody would even offer it to me anyway, but it's just one of those things that you have to talk about.
Yeah. Like if you own a lobster restaurant and if you if you own a lobster restaurant, like you are in where is it in America? Like they have a lot of lobsters. Is it New Orleans? There is like lobster houses there, like Red Lobster or something. Oh my god, I would totally buy it. I'm like, oh, of course I have to get a lobster bag from LV. It is really intricate. Okay, like I saw it, but I was like, what? Yeah. I don't know how do you open it. Like, where's the zip?
It looks like it. Well,
Could be at the
it
handle
looked
here.
like it was on
Here.
the top, but I don't think it is. I think that's just the shadow, which is which really just kind of like in my head, I'm like, this is probably not even a real, like, where do you even fit anything? Do you open it from the side? You know, the whole shell coming out? I don't know, but it's just cool.
The
It's
whole
just super
shell
cool.
coming out. Wow, that would be cool. Like you lift it up here. Boop. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, which is why,
Okay.
like, this whole collection, right? Just going back to the first impression, so far we've only seen what 5 looks, and already it's so interesting. Like, even though
Yeah.
you may not necessarily buy these pieces, and to be honest, even if it was a collection that everything is wearable, you would still not buy every piece anyway, because like there's a bit of things for everybody, but not everything will be, you know, practical in the real world. So this is one of those things, not practical in the real world, but if you do happen to be carrying this, I don't know where, fashion show, you be the coolest
Kid in
conversation
town.
starter person to be with, you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this I saw a few photos of this bag. I'm sure you're talking about the bag, right?
Oh, okay, I also like the jacket, by the way, because it's such a nice look. It's so luxe, and it's so, like, it's just so loud in a way, even though it's all black. It's all black, but it's like it's it just screams, "Hey, look at me. I I have style." But it's also mostly the bag. Obviously, I'm more interested in the bag, and I also choose based on the overall look. Usually, that's how I go about it. So the bag, gold, all full gold, small
Yeah.
size, chunky chain. I can't see up close, but just tons of detailed textures on the bag. Wow, just stunning, stunning.
Stunning. Yeah. You know, this whole look gives me, I don't remember the actor's name, but you know the guy that you know in the Matrix, Neo has the other lead actor who is sort of like not controlling but like sort of guiding Neo to do things or something, and he has really deep voice like this.
Is it
This
Morpheus
is
or something?
is it
Is it
Morpheus? Is it
uh,
Morpheus?
I mean, it's not like I remember all the characters, but I think so.
He's like,
Let's see.
you must do. He like has a really deep voice. He frowns. This is his look. Like this is his look.
Yeah, it's Morpheus.
He's Morpheus. Okay.
Yeah, the one, you know, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one you're talking about. All right. Love, okay, love the whole outfit. The outfit is just a bomb. Again,
Yeah.
very casual, but still somehow looks very elegant. I think it's because the inside looks like loungewear, but it's elevated loungewear. Even the texture, like the color difference, just the texture of the inside fabric, and just the cut, so comfortable looking. And then we throw on this long, very like fluid black jacket. So simple. Just the look alone. Wow, so good. And then the bag is nice. I think this is just a more muted version of the one of the
Blue.
previous bag that we saw. Also, it looks like it is also in exotic skin, just from this far apart, far away picture. I can sort of see the texture. But yeah, overall, this whole outfit, so bomb.
Yeah, I love it. I think this is the clean, like there were so many different looks throughout the whole collection. So they sort of like sprinkle something so crazy, not really, but crazy-ish, loud, maybe multicolor, color blocking, and then suddenly they throw in this one in the middle where it's just seamless, right? It just blends so well, but it looks so sharp. So yeah, I totally agree with what you said. Actually like the buttons being white. It just it pops. It really pops against this flowy trench coat. It's like white or silver, or like almost like a moonstone. You know, it glimmers a bit. Lovely. I love it. Ah. And then you see this one comes out like what?
Yeah, this also looks very cozy, but looks more like pajamas. And then you throw on this like puffer jacket. But yeah, it's just a little bit louder version of the comfy outfit that we saw earlier, but it could be your style. And yeah, the jacket alone is also very wearable. So if you don't look at the inside, if you just bought the jacket, it's super practical, very wearable. And the bag is graffiti. So like this whole look just is so artist. Like it's I see like an artist wearing this kind of yeah, this kind of outfit versus the one previously, which both are very relaxed, but this one just a little bit more expressive.
Yes. So these graffiti bags, I think some people were talking about Pharrell taking inspiration from. I mean, he did admit it's taking inspiration from the workwear, the archives, and a lot of the clothing was had that um, not old school, but you're taking things from the past and bringing it forward. So this graffiti, I think it was during Marc Jacobs, or is it Stephen the Sprouse one, where they had like really big LVs, all that. So they were comparing, but I guess everybody gets inspired from the past or current designers. I think it's nice that it's brought back a little bit like the Murakami, right? It's nice that it's brought back. You missed it, at least you get some form of the graffiti now in LV. So yeah. Okay, these are mine. So for me, it's the look. Like I think this jacket that he's wearing, and it is so it's so yummy. It's so like I think it's because it's suede. It looks like it's suede or some kind of velvety material. So I can just imagine if you're like running your fingers along the material, it's gonna feel so like it's just gonna feel so soft and velvety, right? So it's so delicious. Plus it's chocolate, so it just feels so nice, and it doesn't look hard. I don't know. I always feel like jackets that are maybe this kind of suede material can look a little stiff, but I just have this feeling that it's going to be really, really soft and luxurious. So I love this jacket so much. And it's wearable, right? It's wearable. Not too much logo on it. It's just a little bit of, I think the two LV and then a bit of the old logo at the side. But other than that, it's really, really clean. So it will be a very, very wearable and forever piece. You don't have to worry that it'll run out of style.
For me, I'm the thing that I'm looking at. It's the goldfish. It's the goldfish charm that is attached to his pants. I thought that was hilarious. Like, okay, the whole thing looks, pretty prim and proper, and then you have a goldfish on the pants.
There are a lot of funky charms. I think I'm not sure if I pulled out one, but yeah, they had a lot of this, like the lobster and then the goldfish, and there was a bear, the robot as well. Some looks like a robot. So let's take a look at. Oh, okay, we'll come to it. Okay, so this was the one that for me totally caught my eye. I was like, oh, pink. It's so pretty. This to me looks like a size 30. So this is definitely the bigger P9. And
Really?
this
It looks
pink,
bigger to me because these
you think it looks
models,
bigger some more? Okay, fair
yeah,
enough.
because
They're so tall.
these guys are tall, right? These are
That's
probably
true.
6
That's
feet
true.
tall.
Yeah, maybe it's the 40.
I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like it's at
possibly,
least
huh?
a third, yeah, 40 or a 30, at least a
30.
35. It's for sure bigger than a 30. I used to own a 30, and I'm only 5'4". These guys are probably like way tall, like a
You think?
whole head and a half taller than me, probably.
Yeah, so it looks good anyway. It looks good. And the Vaquera, which is already pre-patinaed against the pink. Oh my God, such a good combination. Because they could have done it with the white, right? Pure, fresh Vaquera. But now that they've done it with this brown, like darkened, it's so good. Obviously, the outfit matches it, right? So similar to the earlier where he wore all black with that croc blue speedy. This one is the similar version, all brown, nothing fancy what he's wearing. Then boom, the bag. This is definitely for the bag. Oh man,
Mm.
I do like this. But if it's a 40, I would probably nah. But this pink, yes. Yes.
Yeah, I guess this combo of bag is definitely still, in a way, it's still wearable. The color combo, right? The color combo is still quite wearable because it's just pink monogram, very kind of like you know it's a limited edition for sure. I also like the outfit. So I guess these kinds of pinks too, right? They are very neutral in a way. It will pair well with all white outfit, all brown outfit, all yellow, all pink, all red, all kinds of monochromatic tone. This kind of pink can be very, very neutral as well.
Mm, it's so gorgeous. It's like maybe Elvis answer, Elvis take to Rose Sakura. Is it Rose Sakura or Pink Sakura? Rose Sakura. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, sticking with the pink theme. I love this bomber jacket. This is gonna be a hot cake with the ladies. Maybe not, maybe the guys as well, but oh my goodness. I would love to see this jacket in store. It will probably cost a bomb, but I would love to still see it. It's just like the other one with the color blocking is red and brown. But this one is the pink soft version. And let's talk about the bag as well. This one is it's leather, but it's literally the drawstring bag that covers your bag. It is the bag cover. There were a few of
It's a
these
dust
going
bag.
around.
It
It's the
looks
dust
like a
bag.
dust
Yeah.
bag.
It is the dust bag made into a bag. Yay!
Oh my lord. Yeah, this bag I don't like. I mean, I get it. It's, inspiration, blah, blah, for the runway. But yeah, this one I definitely would not pick. Like the bag itself, I would not pick.
Same. I wouldn't buy it, but it is definitely a talking piece. It's sort of like what was it? No, wait, not Balenciaga. Is it Balenciaga or Bottega? What did they do? Like the IKEA one. Who did that? Was it Balenciaga? Man, I can't remember. But they use everyday things or ordinary things and they turn it into like leather bag. Everybody go crazy about it. So this
Mhm.
is LV's one. The dust bag is now a leather bag with a strap. Obviously, the whole thing is luxurious, right? And it came in a few colors. So they had the obviously original color, and then they came out with the dark brown, which reminds you of the old dust bags. Cute though. Anyway, for me, I picked the jacket. I love the jacket. Again, these pearlescent buttons. Oh, like pearls, moonstone pearls, gorgeous.
Yeah, I like
Okay,
the
here,
jacket too. It's a good combo.
good combo, right? So sweet. Okay, this one focusing on the bag, a lot of pink, as I was saying. Even the whole background is like pink. But look at this. Look at this yellow. So yeah, you're right. That one, the pink one might be a 35. This is definitely a 25.
Or 30?
No, 25. Because it's quite short. You can see at the side there.
Mm.
The handles are so tiny. Looks like a tiny bag in his arm, in his hand. So pretty. And I saw a comment from Joe saying that you do like the P9. Oh no, you like the color of the P9, but you can't pay P9 price. Yeah, same, same. It's a little bit a lot. 13 or 14,000, but it's really, really popular.
Yeah, but I will also pull this comment, which it makes sense. Actually, more and more people are buying the P9 because I guess people are getting used to paying tons of money,
Mm,
which is so true because after so many years, right? Like obviously, when the first bigger price increase happened, you're like, oh, shock, and then it happens again and again the next few years. But then after a while, you're just so accustomed to these high prices, like 5-digit prices, um, which kind of makes you numb in a way, right? And after a while, you get accustomed to it and you adjust. Not to say that it's not to say that it justifies the value, but it is sort of how like human, you just get adjusted, you get used to it. And those that can't get used to it, they won't buy. But a lot of people just do get used to it because you still love these things, right?
mm.
And maybe it's just, you buy one versus many, like you used to collect.
Maybe. And if you like it, you just say, you know what, I will just buy it. I'll just save up for that one piece. So it's kind of sad in a way, right? You sort of are forced to just accept the pricing. And there was a few years ago, I think people were trying to say, if we stop buying, if we, don't support this these businesses, they will realize that they cannot keep pushing the prices up. True to some extent. I mean, theoretically, it's true, but in reality, not everybody's gonna band together and unify against handbag pricing. I don't think so. You just like, you know what? You want to raise it up? I just don't buy anymore. But there will be somebody there will just say, never mind, it's okay. Just one bag in every 5 years. Same as buying bags every year. Just buy once every year, every 5 years. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we're already doing it, as in you don't even realize, even though you complain, you're probably still doing it. You're voting with your money, right? Basically, as long as you're still buying, which, there's nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with that. And then it is what it is. Inflation plus the fact that these luxury prices go up faster than even inflation. But um, there's always going to be interesting things that you're going to be wanting. And so, yeah, I feel like you just don't you it's not right or wrong. You either just don't buy or you just buy. And I feel like
Yeah.
with the power, like the buying power now, you just buy a fewer pieces versus you could have maybe collected the whole trifecta or the whole, I don't know, range, whatever before, right? Now you just pick and choose.
Mm. If I don't know, I think for me, if I would ever jump on the P9 train, it would be one and only, I would believe for myself, and it would have to be a really nice color because it has to be something that speaks to me, or at least the person that's buying it, because that's sort of like their theme now. They're going for many colors, right? Every color in the rainbow, every shade of a certain color, and that will attract someone in the LV realm that actually likes the speedy, but maybe doesn't like the monogram anymore. I find it a little bit dated. Then they go like, you know what? Oh my gosh, this beautiful rose pink color, rose sakura. Okay, they call it pink, came out, and that's their color. So in that way, it's sort of like their Birkin, which is what they're trying to do, right? This P9 is trying to be, or maybe has managed to do. Many other brands have been trying to create a Birkin type bag. Not so crazy exclusive. It's just a bit of a waiting game. But you can get the bag. They're not forcing you to buy other bags. I don't think they will. I don't think LV would do that. Um, I don't see them doing it.
Although they are selecting customers to be able to have the opportunity to buy these. So in a way, it is very VIP driven, meaning it's not just anybody can buy them, right?
I see. I see. So they're doing that as well.
They probably have to, because these are probably more limited than ever. Even more limited than your Murakami collection and, the whatever launches. These are probably more limited. I don't know. Maybe it's different for men, but I cannot see this being kind of mainstream. Like, oh yeah, anybody interested, come and buy it. Plus, the price tag will already reflect how exclusive these pieces are, because they're probably, an arm and a leg. Like the clothes,
They
maybe
are.
not so much, but the bags for sure.
For sure. Okay, a few more. Now this is nothing about oh my gosh, I love the look so much. I was so inspired by this picture. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the way to do denim on denim on denim. It's like, it's one of the hardest things to wear. Denim on the head, denim on the shirt, and denim on the pants. It's like, do you go all one color? Or do you go dark and then light? Or you go light and then dark and then something? But when I look at this slightly different shade, this works. This denim on, if I see somebody walking down the street, denim on denim like that, I wouldn't think like, oh my gosh, so weird. I was actually, wow, not bad. So when I was looking at it, I think it works because, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a denim on denim person. It is really hard to pull off. But I think it's because, don't talk about the hat, but the shirt, okay? The shirt is very strong denim, okay? Because you can see, like, it's just the indigo blue dark denim. But along the body, there's a little bit of fading. So it's not fading as crazy as the pants. Then you do the opposite on the pants. So the pants has more fading, but the darker part of the blues sort of match. They sort of fade into the top shirt. So there's like, it's sort of like you keep the fading on the pants, but yet the darkness is still there, less on the bottom, but the darkness is more on the top and a little fading on the shirt. One day I will give it a go, but I thought this is the way denim on denim. There's some fading, more fading, more fading, some fading. What do you think, Amy? This is nice.
It's nice. I feel like they are exactly the same color, except the wash on the pants. They exactly like they fade the right areas just enough to give it a bit of contrast, but not contrast in a way where it's like, oh, it's a jarring different color denim. I feel like they're the same color denim. Maybe if we have a look at the side or the back, it would be the same color. So which is why it almost looks monochromatic, but
But
you
the
can
thing
tell
is,
that
the way,
yeah, you can tell that it's like you can tell that they designed this whole like the different pieces to be worn together.
yeah. So like if you jump into your cupboard and you found two pieces of identical denim pieces, they're exactly same material, and you wore them together, it would look weird because maybe the way the wash is on pieces, right? Because maybe the top same material is washed the same, and then the bottom it's washed the same, and you try to put them together, they don't. This because yes, they're the same material, but they washed it in such a way that they blend so well. So if ever you want to get a denim on denim, there has to be like, yes, same. There's similarity all the same, but slightly washed differently. Then it works. Oh, so good. I'm gonna give it a go. Let's find some denim on denim. This is lovely. Yeah. So I was looking at it. I was like, how is he wearing this denim on denim? And it actually looks good.
I actually really like how they did like an origami type of folding for this bag, actually, for this Speedy. It just looks very interesting and different from, because we've seen Speedy so many times, right? Like you're used to how a Speedy looks like. But then this one, you're like, even from so far away, you're like, whoa, this is different. And because it's folded. It's like it just looks like a big piece of canvas and folded in a way that makes one shape, right? So that to me is even more like a very it's like another sort of talking piece.
Totally. And the lobster that's hanging on the
Yeah.
bag. Okay. I could not find a side view of this charm. So this whole look, let's say just look at the left side. This whole look has so many. It's this angry looking model with this really like rapper styled fur collar LV jacket, and but underneath is this executive suit with tie and it's just it's so many things. And then he's carrying this dinky little bag. This dinky little
so
bag.
cute.
Yeah. And then it's like, whoa, what happened to this gangster rapper's look? But oh, it's got a dinky little bag. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. It's like, wait, so cute. That I don't know what that bear is, but he's wearing glasses. He's got little woolly shoes, flowers as hands. Probably has a chain, like a chain. I could not find a side view, front facing view of this bear, I guess. Oh gosh.
What I like about this bag is not even the bear necessarily. It's the fact that they put 3 or 4, I don't know. There seems to be 4 different prints on it. You have the damier band, you have the reverse mono, you have the regular mono, and then you've got this like just brown, like brown in the middle. I don't know what that is, but it's just wow. There's so much going on, but then together like a whole collage, it just makes it look very interesting. It's very captivating.
Yeah, I didn't see this bag. I don't recall, but yeah, I didn't see this bag in any other picture. So fun. Okay, I think the next few ones. Okay, no, one more. Oh man, so I think in the last live we were talking about LV doing like a lot of black and silver bags. And if you go onto the LV site now and you go to the men's collection, you search for black bags, there's a ton of black and silver, just plain black silver bags, black and silver hardware bags. So even in this collection, there were a few. So this is one of them. I have a close-up photo as well. So there's like a patchwork, but the LV is this almost like a shadow monogram on it. Such a cool bag. Again, he's just wearing a suit. This definitely gives Neo vibes. Neo from the Matrix vibes. And he's carrying an LV bag.
Yeah. I like the suit a lot. Not the bag. Yeah, the bag is okay. The bag is okay, but I definitely like this suit.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think yes. All right. So I took a collection, like a snapshot from Purse Bob, of all these clean looking bags, like just plain leather, very almost looks so luscious. Because I can just like go close and squish it, and I bet it smells so good, like leather, like pure leather smell. So there's not much, there's no monogramming on it at all. Just a little LV. If you look at the last one, the backpack, just on the buckle, Louis Vuitton. That's it. Maybe it's a theme moving forward. A lot of, because they've always wanted to do more leather bags, right? And I think in the past few years, they have really just dived into it. And now it's just all types of leather speedies, and now these leather bags in LV's men's line. I'm actually quite intrigued. I like it. I like the clean look. It's refreshing.
Yeah, it is. I do wonder though, because I don't know why, even though I know they are trying to move into a new direction for years now, I still associate, for me, LV is like, oh, their monogram is just like they do the best monogram. That's what I think when I look at the brand LV. Maybe that's just a more traditional or like old way of thinking, but that's how I see it. So I do wonder if it's gonna be like whether they are gonna become
Mm.
authority of like leather bags enough to, sell a lot of them in the future, to be a big part of their identity, because to me their identity is still monogram canvas.
Mm. I don't know. I think it's like their classic line. Probably that will be like forever, right? It's the foot into the door, right, of the whole LV branding. If you're ever just starting out, but then there's something to aspire to. Because if I want to bring in new customers for LV, the monogram is, like you said, most iconic, most attractive, um, cheapest of the whole range, right? And you get in and you get hooked onto all kinds of canvases. But after a while, you're like, what else? What's more? And now they have this entire fine collection, right? This high side of it where like, oh, it's all leather, it's the sophistication. Then you go like, okay, I think I'm ready for it. And now you move into this. So then maybe you start off with the P9s, which is leather version, and then you into this. I don't know. Because how many same LV monogram bags can you have? After a while, you're like, oh, I'm tired of it. Then you want to search other things. And then you got giant monograms. What's it called? The damier. But after a while, then you go like, wait, I don't want any of these. And LV says, don't worry, I've got your back. Here are all the plain looking ones.
It's true, but like, you know what I mean though. I feel like if I was a customer that was really into the brand, I would still look at that as like, their actual monograms, right? The print on their canvas to be the identity of the brand. So if I were to look beyond just canvas, I would want them to just do those print but on a leather piece. So
Which is
just
what they
like
did,
what
right?
they're doing here in these collab.
P9s.
Yeah. So I would still want like the print on it if it was me, right? Like I just don't see them being like plain bags, because if I want to look for a plain bag, there's so many other brands to shop at
True.
that I would prefer
True.
going to. That's how I see it. Maybe if you're a true LV fan, you can correct me if you see it differently. But yeah, I would, if I wanted a leather bag, I would still want the print on that leather bag. Maybe that's just, maybe that will change over time. I
Maybe
don't
it'll
know.
change. Let's ask the audience. Like, what would you do? Would you be like that? Like, just that if it was just plain LV leather bags like this, you would actually say, no, I think I'll get it from other houses
Yeah,
because
I feel like I would be like, for me
Hmm.
anyway. So yeah, the audience, please let us know. But like the reason why I like I only have one LV bag now left in my collection, which is the Twice, but it still has monogram on it. It's leather, it's full leather, but it has the imprint of
Mm,
the LV monogram, which I find like it's still muted when I carry it. It's still all black, right? So you won't see right away that, oh, this is a branded or a very like, high brand name. But then if you look closer, you're like, oh, it's interesting. It's actually, monogram leather. So that's why I like it still. But yeah,
I agree with you because
let us
I have
know.
maybe during our members live next month, only the members will see it. We might have a little like reveal where whatever you just said totally makes sense. So I will remember it and I will share it during that particular live next month, because it is one of the reasons why the reveal is as such. So cryptic, I know. By the way, if you're still here and listening, we have two guests. And Amy doesn't know this, but I just
Yes.
confirmed it, I think,
Oh.
yesterday. Jessie is joining us. I think I'm fixing it towards the end of the month of March, but also
Next week, Jerusha's back. Well, she's been back on YouTube, right? Sort of. And then last
she's
time
going
we spoke
hard
to
on YouTube
her,
now.
Yeah, last time we spoke to her, she was still retired in a way, like temporary out, right? So, like not those are not her words, it's my words. She's never really been retired, but like now that she's fully posting often, like more often than both me and Kat are, I feel. So it'll be really nice to hear from her, like how's everything, and then yeah, and she's looking forward to coming on the show officially, not just dropping by like she did last time, officially, and then yeah, talk through the whole thing. So let us know if you have questions for her. I will be putting
I'm just
a
wondering whether we should start earlier so that I don't have to run off at
uh
2 o'clock. But if I
uh
have to, you'll just chug along, right, Amy?
well, not too much longer because then I still have to go to bed, but like we can definitely well, I can if you can start earlier, I'll because I didn't know that you could, but
I could. Yeah. So
yeah,
anyway,
you can
watch
ask
out for
her.
the calendar. Watch out for the
Hmm.
calendar. We will post it. I think this coming week we will post it up because February is a short month. Friday is at least Friday here in Singapore is the 28th, and the following day is Monday. It'll still be February for you. So all those in your side of the world, you've got an extra day. But yeah, I definitely can start earlier because when we start chatting with Jerusha, it can get long. But it's fun, all fun. Okay, let's continue. A few more slides, and we can just chit chat. So this was the picture earlier with the guy that was he like the neo looking one. So this is the side of the bag. So this is the full black. From the front, there was just one emblem at the front, but this is how the side looks. Look at it. Look at it, rhinestones and everything. Wow.
Very cool. But that's what I
Very
mean. See that you can see the print on even though it's all black leather, but you can still see the print on the pebbled leather. And that's for me, that's what I would want if I want something more than just canvas.
if they made this whole bag, okay, this whole black speedy without all these white logo and uh, images on it, white images on it with the words and rhinestones, just the plain black silver, shiny silver hardware in a P9. Okay, okay, I might actually go and check it out. I'll be like, that that is that is sleek. That is sleek and
That
sexy.
I feel like anybody would want to buy it. Even I would be like, ooh, like
Yeah,
a lot of
just
guys
and
would want to buy it.
Speedy
Very
29,
simple.
sorry, 20, Speedy 25 size. That this P9 really supple, very, very luxurious leather, apparently microfiber, don't know what kind of lining on the inside with the chain. Shiny, shiny black hardware, silver hardware. Wow. Wow. Yes. They might. I don't think they have. I don't think they've done it yet. Because now they're just churning out every single color. Yeah, every single color right now. I think there were like 12 colors, something. A lot. So black could be
Mm.
just like, wait, it'll come. All right. Oh yes, I did put a photo. Okay, so I did find it. So here's the croc from the side, but the pink
Mm.
version, the gold, and that gold bag that we were seeing just now. Look at that chain on that gold bag. This is the kind of chain that I'll use to chain my gate, my house gate, like grung, grung, grung. Wow.
It's so extra.
It's so extra, I know. You, in the medieval days, the medieval times where the uh, soldiers, or what they call warriors, soldiers, I guess, where they wore the vest. What's it called?
I think
Some
there are warriors, no?
the warriors, yeah, when
Warriors
they wear this
or
like
like
chunky,
yeah.
like some chain. There's a name for it, like ching. They will wear it. I watch all these like war shows in the past. Chain mail or something, chain something. it reminds me of that. So that, if you get shot by an arrow, it will get stuck. It's the olden version of bulletproof vest. Because there are no bullets then, right? It's just arrows. Chainmail, I think it's called chainmail. The bag looks like that. It's so extra. That's the right word. There's so many things happening on it. I don't think that's a zip. It looks like a clutch, right, Amy? Clutch.
You mean the smaller one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a zip. Can't see from this photo. But definitely, I feel like these pieces, because they're all speedies, right? And speedies are so, like the shape itself, you know it inside out, right? Who hasn't seen a speedy in their life? And so to make it special, they have to do funky things like that. I mean, it suits the bag because the bag is so simple, so it needs the texture. It needs the kind of like different materials and the different printing, leather or color. For me, it's fantastic. It's the only way, in my opinion, to reinvent a speedy.
Right. The texture. What size is this, I wonder? Would this be a size that, because we were trying to influence G to check out the new P9s, right?
This is
And he was
bigger,
saying,
I'm sure.
like
It's like a
45.
travel.
It's
Yeah, it
huge.
looks like a travel size to me. It's like these are all male models, right? They must be at least all 6 feet tall. And it's bigger than, like the handle is bigger than their hands, male hands.
Yeah, look at that.
Usually. It's a
Oh my
nice
gosh.
bag. You better have your own private jet if you're gonna wear that.
Otherwise, like, oh, is that a knockoff? Okay. I don't recall. I think none of us, both of us, right? We didn't pick any outfit with these bags being shown. So I was like, oh, wait, we missed out on these bags. So look, you've got your paper bag.
At least the crocodile one looks more like a bag, but the other two, I'm sorry. Shopping bag.
LV's Deville? Is this LV Deville? LV's Deville bag.
Like the orange one especially. I'm like, no. I mean, I guess if you're so like you're just so not bothered that you could wear the middle one because you're that cool, then bravo. I don't think I could pull it off. People would be wondering like, what's this like special shopping bag you've got there?
Oh my gosh. Okay, and finally, oh no, pictures. Look at it. It is, besides the fact that it is a drawstring bag, let's look at the details. Now, this leather, frankly, looks delicious. Okay, it looks so like I really want to just grab it and like, oh, touch it and smell it. Even the LVs, it's sewn on. It's not a print. It's not just a print, right? It's sewn one alphabet at a time with Vuitton. Yeah, but it's the dust bag. It's like maybe it's Chanel 22 LV style.
At least the Chanel 22 has chains. I'm sorry, Kat. This is just so dust bag vibe. Like, do you put your pajamas in this? Like a glorified pajama bag? I don't know. Because like I wouldn't like they are holding it as a clutch, which makes it look nice. Because whenever you hold any bag as a clutch, it always looks nice. But the moment you put it on your shoulder, you're like, yeah, dust bag vibe. Like honestly, it's just so dust bag vibe.
Man.
But the leather, I can't fault you. Like the material, I'm sure it's fantastic.
Yeah, look at that. Look at how, the soft leather. They're really leaning into this soft leather vibe, right? Everything's soft, speedy, soft this, soft that, soft clutch, soft everything. Oh, who's gonna get it in the audience? Who's gonna get it? Let us know. Okay, finally, I couldn't remember where I saw this, but I thought this is. I think I like the shape, the way he's holding it, but not the design, but I do like the leather, like this velvet suede, yet with the embossing on it. Kind of like it. Interesting.
Yeah.
Girls will like this as well. I think that's
Mm.
the last one. Yes, that's the last one. Wow. This has to be the first. Let me get out of this. That's our last one. Can I say that this has to be the first LV men's collection that both you and I picked a ton
Yes,
of
a lot.
pictures? A
Yeah.
lot. It was, I think I counted 80, not under 90 looks on the website, 85 or 86 looks. Because I was like, why is it still going on and on and on and on and on? And I did a count. I was like, yeah, almost 90 looks. That's massive.
Mm-hmm.
It's massive. And so many bags and clothes and styles. I was really impressed by this collection. A lot of things.
Same. I feel like not so many new runways can excite us that much, you know? Like, yeah, every new collection, every runway will have like, ooh, this is a nice must have. This, you know, you're gonna pick and choose. And overall you're gonna like, you know, whatever direction they're going with, inspiration. But this one is literally like even the ones we did not pick, they were interesting. We just couldn't pick all of them because the whole collection was just so vibrant and, you know, quite if you're just going to look at it, like admire it from afar, that's fine. But if you're really a collector and you're a big fan and you're a VIP and you love buying things from LV, wow, you're going to be blown away by just what do you like, how much can you buy, right? You would want everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this collection is, I don't know. I was watching some like talks, like not podcasts, but like fashion talks. They said that Pharrell, for some, they feel like Pharrell's just, cannot live up to, what's the guy's name before Pharrell? Virgil, right?
Oh,
Virgil, right?
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cannot. Like it's trying to like sort of like in the shadows and all of that. But yeah, in a way, I think because that kind of style, that street style, has already started. It's really hard to say I'm going to create something totally new, right? You have to either continue it and then put your own flavor to it. So maybe in the beginning was a little like, ooh, not sure, like still very Virgil and all that kind of look. But I feel like this collection, especially after the whole P9 and the colors coming out and all the collaborations, it's really nice. I think the men's side of things is, I actually can't wait to see some of them actually in store. Would all of them go in store? I don't think so. I think only the popular pieces, ones that are maybe made to sell to the public, and then pieces that are custom ordered right after the show itself, right? The VIPs are there. After the show is done, they get a chance to see all the clothes hanged out there, and they can just pick and choose and put their order. So those are the ones that are going to be produced. Then there will be ones that are not going to be produced. I do think those like with flower pants, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a really nice collection. I had a lot of fun even looking through. I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a longer set of slides to make because normally, um, like just to give comparison, right? We just did the Chanel commercial collection 25p that's currently out, right? And we just did the slides for that one too. I picked as many pieces as I could. I always do because I love Chanel so much. And then Kat picked hers. But you know, I really like I look through over and over and over and over just to pick really the cream of the crop and like enough to make it interesting to talk about. It's sometimes collections are not that exciting. And yet,
Mm,
there's still going to be nice things, but you have to put in more effort to be like, oh, okay, really pick. This one is literally, you could show any look, it would still make sense. So
totally
yeah,
agree.
really good show if you guys have a chance to just watch the runway if you're interested into the stuff. But otherwise, you saw all the best pieces. At least I think you saw all the best pieces here.
Yeah. Yeah. So coming back to the Chanel one, I I struggle. And I said it at that live. I was like,
Mhm.
this collection's a bit meh. If for me, I mean, obviously we're only looking at the digital pieces that they put out
Yes.
on the app, but it does give you the flavor of the collection. It's like, okay. So I think I only picked 5 things. I think 5 things. This one is like I could not stop. I went into purse bob. I was like, let me see the bag. Let me see it. Let me see where's that tiny little bear. I hunted it out. There was some, but it was like just as blurred. Like forget it. So I was like, wow. So you're right. Exciting. It's been a while. Okay, it's been a while where there's a whole collection from nearly end to end. You're like, ooh, ooh, interesting. Wow, nice color. Yeah.
Granted, it was a collab, right? So these
Mm,
are not um the the main, I guess, directors of the house making this collection, right? So it's more interesting, we've never seen before because of that reason, I'm
mm-hmm,
sure. But
mm-hmm.
nevertheless, like some collabs, they're just not good, right? Nevertheless, this one is a good one. So
I have to say, the collab that he did. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry, first, let me take that back. Pharrell didn't do the collab with the guy that did the dogs. Then I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get the paw bag. There was another designer, but it was a collab between LV and this designer, and it was quite hyped up. There was a lot of bags with the paw print. Dogs were used
oh,
in the. Do you remember that? Oh, what's the name of that artist? He's a
I don't
singer, I
remember
think.
the name, but
Yeah. Anyway,
when you said
he
paw, I didn't know you mean paw, like paws.
oh, paws, like hand, like paw, doggy paws, and there was also a lot of clothing. I think he was also a friend of Pharrell, so he's obviously Pharrell is superstar, lots of connections, lots of networks, so he was definitely one of them. Oh my goodness, if anybody can remember, so he did like a whole line of clothing and for LV, very colorful, lots of pink, lots of like cloud inspired. Is it Nigo? Is it him? No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Not Nigo. Man, I cannot remember right now. Brain fog is a real thing in your 40s, isn't it?
No,
Anyway,
you just can't remember everything. I mean, I can't. I think real brain fog is not like that.
all right, let me just find his name. I can't take it. Wait, I'll use my phone so that I don't kill the internet. Anyway, I thought that collection would do really well. That drop would do really well because it's pleasing. Lots of people like dogs. Lots of people like colorful things, and then it was interesting. But I, it wasn't much hype about it after it launched. I don't think a lot of people bought anything. So, in fact, when I went into store, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this green speedy, no, green people 25. It's a small little people, green in color, beautiful green with the paw print as the tag. I thought it would be sold out, but no, tons. Okay, not tons, but there were a few pieces brand new in store, and not many things were sold out. So yeah, that's not all collaborations do well. Let me just find the guy's name.
Mm.
LV collab dog print. Yeah, it was this. Oh man, And we even talked about it. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I remember.
you remember, right? It was the
Mm.
lovers. Oh gosh. And I was like, oh my gosh, should I get the bum bag? I really like the bum bag.
Yeah.
No, didn't do so well. Oh, yeah, I didn't do so well actually. Who is that guy? I forgot his name. LV collaborations. Everybody's like, who is it? Collaborations. Dogs.
Pharrell Williams? Is that him?
That's Pharrell, but it's his friend. It's his friend. It's his friend who has
Why
his.
does it say?
Thank God. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. It's going to make me crazy. Tyler, the creator. He's a really weird name. Thank you.
Why is that they didn't mention that? Like I obviously Googled it, and that's when they
I
said
know.
Pharrell, I'm like,
It didn't do well. Nobody's searching. You can't find it because nobody's searching.
Because, yeah.
Yes. Taylor or something, the creator. He's like literally that's his name, something the creator. So he had his own line because he was all this like sporty tennis vibes. And he has this big, I think it's a giant schnauzer dog, which was an inspiration of the line. And I remember the LVs that he used were a little bit like, graffiti, like really kiddie style drawing of LVs. So sort of jagged. I thought it was fun. Lots of pretty colors, rainbow colors. No. From what I saw, I didn't see many unboxings. I didn't see. Obviously, unboxings is not the gauge of popularity, but you will see more of it, right? You're just like, oh, somebody's unboxing this. I don't think I saw any at all. Not sure why. Maybe too candy kitty.
Yeah.
Or could it?
And plus you have to love dogs first. Like either
True.
you're a dog owner and you're like, but even if you're a dog owner, you may not still be into this like more, not cartoon, but like not, yeah, more. I don't know what the word is.
Cartoony,
Kitty. Yeah.
Kitty. And it also could have happened, it's the timing, right? It could have also happened at a time where people were having a bit of collab, limited edition fatigue. Because it was a year and a half ago where a lot of these collaborations, people just like, another one. So towards the end of the fatigue, everyone's like, forget it. Could be.
But I guess you don't try, you don't know, right? That is the problem. Like, not a problem, but like it's like not every like this is not a business endeavor, but in a way, right? Like even as an artist, you create whatever you create, whether it's songs or like art or whatever, right? Like not every song or not every piece of art will be wow, like everybody's gonna love and be viral, right? So it's in a way it's understandable, and obviously we are judging them by collection just because that's what we do here, but otherwise in real life not every single piece coming from a brand or from a company or whatever as an artist will be successful, right? So in a way, I'm sure a lot of people did like it, I'm sure, and enough people probably bought it, but was it as mainstream like across the board everyone will like as much? Probably not. This collection, however, I thought was more like there was elements of interest, but they were still very practical pieces in a way. Okay, maybe not the cage one with the not the cage, the one with the
chainmail. Chainmail.
But that one is actually the most stunning piece in a way. Like the more like, ooh, if you're gonna go to a fashion show with that, like, hello, that's of course the one you want to bring. But otherwise, every piece was so stunning, right? It's very afforded.
Chainmail armor. That's the first thing I thought about.
Bloody armor. Well, yeah. It is you could maybe ask him what's the inspiration behind this. It could be something similar, I don't know. But yeah, I don't
You
think
know
that
the
collection was bad by any means though, like the doggy pup print.
It wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I
bad.
think it
I
was
got
cute, but
There
it
was a lot of pieces because
mm,
I
cool.
got the lookbook for that because I still had an essay during that time, right? It was quite a while ago, a year, maybe a year,
Mhm.
more than that. So I got a chance to get the lookbook, and I had chance to pre-order. But in the end, I took a step back. I said, you know what? I like dogs. Right? I love my natto, but there's something about this particular dog I could not. It's also they only had one dog, so they had the giant schnauzer. I think it's a giant schnauzer. It's super cute, but I was like, oh, I like it, but it's not my dog. Okay, that's one. And then the whole look, the colorfulness, also. I think visually I liked it. It just brought out the child in me, but it wasn't enough to get me to spend my money.
Mm.
So yeah. So I guess it's a sort of like I would love it, but I'd rather admire it from afar because it's beautiful, right? It's so fun, so fun, so kid-like. Um, but yeah, in the end, I didn't buy. So in the end, my essay, I think towards the end, even my essay said there were a lot of unsold pieces. Oh no, there was still a lot of pieces that they ordered, and you still could pre-order it. I was like, wow. Not like the Murakami, right? Nothing, nothing. Oh, by the way, Murakami. So this morning I got an email from a wonderful Luxie to say that if you are looking for the Murakami, it is restocking.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. But I'm sure I won't get it. So anyway, I'm just sharing with all of you who have your own essays. It is restocking. Wait, this is in the Europe. I think she said Europe on the 14th of March.
Mm.
I don't know if there's going to be any in Singapore. I'm also definitely they'll do in Singapore, but I don't know the date. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't have an essay, right? So I'll try. I have a contact, not my essay per se. I never bought from her. I have a contact. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, give it a go. You never know, right?
Never.
But I think that's why these collections, the ones that keep that's why I say like earlier, I truly believe that like when you keep the DNA of the brand, like for me, the DNA is the monogram print.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you change the color, that's irrelevant because that's just like a different flavor. As long as the DNA is there, that's when it will sell out. So
Yeah.
Murakami, of course, even this collection, I feel like everything I've seen that I liked. Well, okay, maybe aside from the exotic, because there's definitely no monogram on there. You just know the shape and you know it's an exotic leather and the color is pretty. But otherwise, every other bag that I did like still have monogram on it, but just in metallic or in pink or whatever, like different colors. I think that's why you have to keep to your own, like whether you're like LV with the monogram or like Hermes with the beautiful craftsmanship and just like delicious leather, or Chanel with the quilts and the chain. Like the moment you remove those things, like Chanel, if you remove quilts and chain, like if you remove both the quilt and the chains, like there's no more, like there's no more Chanel for me. That's you can't remove those things basically. Those are the signature of the brand.
I agree. I agree. I think they can try because there will be some people that will liked it to be removed. So say like Chanel's classic flat. They have the Chanel the 255. Is it the 255?
The
The
reissue?
one where the reissue. Yes, that's right. The
Uh-huh.
reissue is like they've removed one element, which is the CC logo, right? Still a little bit of
Oh, but
quill,
that's the
but
original though. The
true,
CC
but not
came
everybody
after.
likes it. Nobody likes
Oh,
nobody.
well,
I mean, as in like if you wanna it's so synonymous, right? Like Chanel quilt, CC. At least in my generation, I'm like looking at it, that's to me that's like the Chanel bag.
Right.
So when you take away the turn lock, everyone's like, ooh, not turn lock, the CC intertwining CCs.
It's less
You're
attractive.
taking away, yeah, in a way to some, I guess, but for some people, like, oh, finally, right? It's finally something that's not so like, oh, in your face, the silk quilts, but not the CC.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
in
there's a
LV.
trend of like every feature of every brand. There is definitely a trend of popularity, right? Like I feel like for LV, for example, AP leather is still beautiful, but less people are into it, I'm sure. I mean, lots of people
Yeah.
are into it, but less people are into it versus monogram. And then for Chanel, yeah, it would be the turn lock. It would, for me, it would be the chain. Like, ugh. Once the chain is like the intertwined leather and metal chain, like once that's gone, it's less appealing. For me, that's like you need it, right? I don't know if there's. Do I have anything that has no chain? I don't think so. Every single Chanel bag I have has the chain. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's true.
It's true. Like when you see other brands make a intertwined leather chain, you like first not even
Yeah,
the brand
no.
doesn't, the brand that you're looking at doesn't even come. You're like, oh, they have a Chanel chain. It's like, who says it's a Chanel chain? It's just another chain with intertwined leather, but it's so ingrained, as the branding has made it. It's like, this is a Chanel chain. Don't tell me any other way. Similar, like Hermes, the Birkin. The moment some other brand makes sangles, two little straps around the back, everyone's like copying Birkin, copying the Birkin, or a flap with a turn or they're copying the Birkin or copying the Kelly. And then if a brand like Gucci has done it, Gucci, I don't think Dior, but Gucci definitely has. Fendi, I'm not sure. A speedy, basically a bowling style bag. Looks like a speedy. Looks like a speedy. It is
Yeah.
so hard. Like it's the marketing, like how we see the bag. It belongs to a brand already. It's like cannot.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's so funny because, like, okay, this is just on the side, right? Like, my family, they don't buy luxury. So when I was in Hong Kong, um, and it's even nerve-wracking for me to like sometimes I'm just with my family, whether it's like with a couple of aunts or maybe with an aunt and uncle, and I want to go somewhere because we're in the area. So like obviously since we're all together, then they tag along. It can get awkward. Like I feel like, oh, it's awkward because I'm worried that they feel uncomfortable, but then, whatever. I still bring them inside. But anyway, so um when we had one of the gathering, right? When everybody came to my hotel and they were like, "Oh, what did you buy? Or what did you do today?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I bought glasses today." And then they're like, "Oh, where?" And then, I tell them, they're like, "What? What did you buy?" Like, because they know that's like a store that's like no locals will go. And honestly, it's just because they carry Chanel branding, because otherwise I couldn't get these frames. And then they're like, "Why would you buy this?" And it's like so expensive, right? Like they're like, "How much?" I'm like, "You don't want to know." It's like I'm worried that they would, have a heart attack if I told them. But the whole reason why I bought it is because of the chain. Like literally, it's because of the chain on these otherwise very normal black looking glasses. It's literally all on the details. There's no other reason why I would buy it. Like if it was just the CC, like right here, which nobody will see, I would not have bought it. I bought it because of this. I literally bought it because of this, right? And of course, I love Chanel. So like anything Chanel, I will love. But especially if they have like the detail that I need, that's all you need to do. Just slap on the chain on the arms and then I'm all over it. So, and yeah, my uncle was like blown away. He was like, "What?" And then he instantly looked it up. He's like, he found a dupe on Taobao, which I'm like, no, they're not the same. That's like a knockoff, right? So like, I'm like, I'm never gonna buy. Like, I'm not gonna buy that because of the chain is there. I'm buying obviously because I am a true loyal fan of the brand. But that's just goes to show, right? If you, Kat, if you went to LV to buy anything, I mean, I know you're still into the Nano Speedy because it still looks like the Speedy. It reminds you of the shape of the Speedy, which is so LV, right? Speedies and trunks are everything at LV. To me, that's their DNA, right? Other than the monogram.
Totally.
Yeah.
That would be like the ultimate. So like this restock. Uh, if I don't get, it's like I'll try to get the Speedy Nano because I have wanted it for long enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if I have the willpower, like the grit, like just to chase it down. Because oh my gosh.
But it's always gonna be there. That's at least that's something
Yeah.
you know. It's not going anywhere. Whether you can get your hands on it is another story, but it's not like, oh, they'll never make it again, ever again, right? It's always gonna be there. So eventually, when you do get your hands on it,
I have to
right?
get my hands on the Nano Murakami one though. I'm not sure if that will
True.
always be there.
True.
But you know what? I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Whatever. If anybody has a fantastic VIP essay in Singapore, help me out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just fight with the masses.
Honestly, it's so hard. I mean,
So hard. Like whatever, man.
I totally sympathize. It's like my Chanel Kelly bag. It's like forever I could not get it. Forever, like forever and ever, and I'm just like almost gave up. It's just like it's so hard. It's true. Some things are just
It's annoying.
it is.
But you know what? If it's not meant to be, fine, forget it. Okay. So since they have a restock, apparently, if any of you are hunting any piece down, this is the time to go. I don't know. I should be just keeping this information for myself, but I don't think that I'm.
But not everyone lives in Singapore, so don't worry.
True, but everybody will know there's a restock in March. Like, go
Right.
get your bag, okay? Get your bag, get your SLG, go get whatever you wanted to get. If you didn't actually get it the first round, go get it. I'm pretty sure it will be a decent restock. And yeah, maybe the pre-order at the beginning, oh wait, I watched Meredith's video. She said that they were quite overwhelmed for sure with the whole launch, so that it's a true that they underestimated, like really underestimated the demand. Like they probably already ramped it up, but they underestimate. So this restock, because of this restock, apparently the fashion shows, the launch of the fashion shows, like let's say like this men's collection, I don't know, I can't recall exactly what she said, but if it's supposed to come out in June, they actually pushed it to September. So the only reason they pushed it is to make space for the production of this.
Yeah.
That's what they're expecting, right? Because everything is planned ahead. Like, you know, June drop, September drop, December drop, blah, 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 drop, how many drops a year. But the fact that one of the drops is now moved ahead is because they had to give way to something else. And so she's speculating that it's because they had to give space to this production. And once it's done, looks like it's done. They're not going to make it again, or maybe in a few years from now. So yeah, it could be a good restock, and hopefully you get something that you want. Is it a belt? Is it a pair of shoes? Is it the Speedy Nano? I give up lah. I'll give it one go. I'll text my essay, not my essay, but this contact that I have. I'll text. I heard there's a restock. Could you keep me in mind, please? And that's it. But not enough brain cells to fight them anymore.
Hey, there's a
Ooh.
random question from Joe. Wondering if anybody has done their color analysis and which
Mm.
provider in Singapore or Seoul is good. I have
Oh,
not, but I
Joe.
know it's a trendy thing.
It is. It is. I'm definitely don't look good. I definitely don't look good in blue.
Oh,
With
really?
this blue
Like,
light shining.
the
Oh, look at this
oh,
blue light
okay.
that's shining on me. I'm telling you, there's Smurf.
I think it depends on the shade of blue. I feel like navy blue is actually really good on Asian skin tone because black, like I wear a ton of black, right? I always wear black, but sometimes I am a little like, especially my gym gear. When I go to the gym, every time in black, I always feel like, oh, I'm looking at the reflection in black. I always feel like, oh, it's so boring. But if I wear navy, then it just spices it. It's still dark. It's still very neutral and very slim. Like dark colors are very slimming, right? So, it just brings your skin to life. So I feel like it
Mm,
depends on the shade. Just like green, also. So I know you like green, but like for me, the shade
not
of
every
green is
shade of green.
so important. Like a lighter green will make me look very pale and just very green, but like a darker or maybe that's like just the right kind of green will lift my skin tone up. So yeah. I'd be curious too in terms of like the color analysis. I'm sure for me it's still cooler to neutral tones. Like I can't do too warms. Like oranges and like deep, like I don't know, um like the beige kinds of browns or the yellow kinds of browns, they don't look very good on me.
Mm. So there are a couple of comment. Oh, well, one, but JW is saying, I think my skin tone is mostly neutral, and then leany, leany bat says, I like Genie, the color guru. I sent them my photo in 2020, and that analysis has been totally accurate for me.
Ooh.
I would love to do a like analysis. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Maybe we should do that in Seoul, Joe. Let's go and do it. Get a color analysis, and I'm gonna place my bet on it. This blue, not for me.
That's just the lighting though. I'm sure it won't look good on anybody.
You'll be surprised. They put some cardboards here. They're like, oh, cat, not this blue, huh? Makes you look a bit pale, huh? And sickly. I had a friend who did color analysis in Singapore, and for the longest time, he always wore like blue colors, like blue shirt, like typical guy going to office, right? Blue shirt, black pants. But after doing a color analysis, because his girlfriend forced him to do it, apparently he's autumn colors. So
Yeah.
autumn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of greens and reds and uh, ochre and yellow, and so he started to wearing it, and I was like, yes, yes, oh my god, get rid of that blue ugly shirt, because oh, this is the color, ochre, yellow. It brings, not to say it brings out his skin, it's just, it looks more bright, it looks
Yeah.
more um it just looks more bright and right. Okay, that's the right word.
Mm.
Right. It just looks right. When you look at the person, you're like, ooh, nice. Whether it's just a plain shirt, was like, nah, nice color. This color looks good on you. You look good.
I can't remember if like I didn't do any color analysis, but I'm pretty sure I saw it was probably one of my favorite like just someone that I follow on Instagram, and then they posted something, and then there was like there was more, but there was like four main categories and they go by season for sure, right? So I'm pretty sure the one that I identified most, like not that I analyzed myself, but just like based on the colors they had on those four seasons, I'm pretty sure mine was winter. So like I really need the like, and
Mm.
even then, right? Like, so there can still be reds and like blues and greens in winter, but they're just different shades. They're like those different
Mm.
shades of those colors that you normally don't wear. So I think that is why like sometimes you just can't explain it why. Like this beige versus this beige, they're both beige, but why is this beige better than this beige? Like on my skin tone, it's because of that. It's kind of like the undertone, I guess.
Makes sense. Like you could have a spectrum of red, but maybe this red is more, it has more blue undertone to it, so it's
Yeah.
more magenta. Whereas this red has more orange in it, so it's more fiery, it's more warm. So that might not look good. Whereas the magenta, because it has that pink, maybe the blue or maybe purple undertone,
Exactly.
it brings out certain colors of your skin. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I should do one. But then I'll be so inspired to revamp the wardrobe. I might not. I'm like, oh no, I can't
Which
wear
is not a
this. I
bad
can't wear that.
thing.
Which is not a bad thing. True, true, true. True.
It's sort of always like yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at, oh, there you go. I found this yeah, so interesting because like if you really went into like one more, okay, I'm gonna show this one. It's not like official or anything, but then I kind of looked into it as some more
True.
after. And so like, okay, here. So you've got winter colors on top, right? But then even within winter, you've got deep winter, you've got cool winter, and then you've got clear winter. It's kind of like,
Wow.
even though if you still have to really like hone into even the tone of the season. And then you've got summer, spring. Okay, for sure this one does not fit me. This one,
Yeah, doesn't look
autumn.
like it. I look like right now I'm inside. What's the last one?
The
Something
last deep
autumn.
autumn.
Deep autumn. I feel like I'm in deep autumn now.
Yeah. And then yeah, I feel like just by looking at this whole like chart thing here, right? I just feel like visually what I associate myself more with, and not even like obviously her picture influences me a little bit, but just looking at even the colors versus like these colors versus these colors, like this just makes more sense to me, right? Like when I look at it. And it makes sense because like I can wear black, no problem. I can wear white, no problem. And then I know I can wear reds, like but the deeper reds. And then even with blues, it has to just be like a either a brighter blue or a navy, right? A deeper blue or navy like this one.
Yeah.
Which there's no navy here. Oh, maybe
I,
this one. This one. And
I feel like
then
I'm warm spring. And it's not because I like there's more green, but as I'm looking at each of the shades there, I feel like
mhm.
every time I wear each of these shades, it works for me. Like there's bright
Mm,
orange, the
this one.
yellows, the greens. Yeah. But
Mm.
it happens to have a lot of green. Like any of these
Yeah.
bright greens, I, I
Yeah.
I wear them and you guys are like, oh, that's a nice green on you, right? Like the green on our cat, like this, the our name tag here.
Yeah. So
It
see,
happens
like
to be.
this green here, this
Oh
one would
yeah,
look
love it.
terrible on me. This whole spectrum would look so bad on me. This whole like this one, that one, that one. Like for me, it has to be such a darker, like true green. And
Mm,
even then it's not my favorite. Uh yeah, it's such an interesting thing. And
warm spring.
you
Okay,
know, like
makes sense.
like this is totally the opposite of like all these beige and oranges, like a lot of beige here. Beige is a color that I have a love-hate relationship with because I love looking at it and I love seeing people wear it and I never can pull it. I'm like, ugh. Oh, this has a lot of beige too, like right here. Right
But you know,
here.
this is the light summer. So that light summer for me. You remember I have this one pair of Hermes shorts which has this pink on it. Remember this like a
Mm-hmm.
really like isn't that one of the colors in that chart? That
Is it
sort of
like
like mauve, not like that,
this
a bit of yeah, and it looks
or
awful on me. Like I wear, I was like, oh, it's blending into my skin tone or something, or it makes me look so dull. It's exactly like one of those pinks, like we mix that gray with that pinky mauve. So
mm,
I
yeah.
suspect light summer is not for me. I'm bright summer. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
so maybe, even though you may not know, but just based on what you've worn so far in your wardrobe, you kind of just can tell, right? I feel like for sure I'm in the winter, like whether I'm here, but I feel like I am. Oh, maybe I can pull off most of these colors, but for sure I'm winter because like I definitely cannot do these amber colors. That's like a big no-no.
Mm,
This one, nah, it's not quite it, and this one is not quite it either. So I feel like I'm definitely winter. Like I need
yeah.
saturated colors. Yeah. So yeah, it's super interesting. Anyway, this colorwise.me, this website. I just looked it up online, like just Googled it.
Joe's saying for me, black, white, navy, and very saturated purples and very light pinks, deep greens are best. JW
Yeah,
is saying I have trouble with beige and
me
I think
too.
purple as well. I think she said purple as well.
Yeah. Beige is
Oh
so
no,
like
yellow mustard.
so tricky because I can look good in beige, but it has to be such a I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Cool beige, not warm beige, basically, I think. Because beige is such a pretty neutral. Like it looks so good. It's just so put together, and yet it's not black, right? Like black is always nice, but like black can be very just like serious sometimes. Beige, oh, beige looks so good. Which is why I like white. White is always safe for me. I feel like if I'm not sure which beige, then just go white, and that's always gonna be fine.
So is anybody interested in this men's line at all? Everything no. We're all age lovers. JW saying for me, black. Oh, let me show it. Oops. Hey, it's not coming out.
Mm.
Okay. For me, black, white, navy, reds, pinks, bright yellows, bright pale blues, and browns are generally safe.
So specific. And she can't wear
Wow.
grays. It's so interesting, huh? Here. She can't wear grays, which is like opposite of me. Grays look good on me.
Mm, great. You know, I oh, I find that when I wear gray, I look good in it when I'm a little tan. Like I have, but it depends on the shade of gray, of course. I have a few
Mm.
gray tops. So the gray tops that I have is a deeper gray. It's not the light gray, like it's sort of more like a lighter cement gray. And when I wear it, when I sometimes I get a bit of sun or a lot of sun, my arms are like a tanner. I look really good. But when I'm pale, I'm like, ooh, something's not right with this gray.
That's so interesting because any shade of gray looks good on me. I can wear like heather gray, almost white.
Mm,
That looks good. I can wear light gray, dark gray, medium gray. Like I have so much gray for that reason. Clothing wise, I have so much gray. Like I don't even have to think about which gray color it is. If it's a gray, usually if there's an option, right? Like let's say there's a sweater I like. If there's an option between all the colors, I usually gravitate towards gray because I know it works.
mm. Yeah,
Or
so
if I
it's
wanna buy
actually,
a
you know what?
second color, I will always, like, get the gray or
Gray.
get the gray and the black and, something like that.
Yeah, gray is tricky for me. I have to find the right shade of gray.
Mm.
So like a long time ago, I had a bolide, remember, and mini bolide,
Oh,
which I sold very quickly because it was just like no, it was Itan, but
I
the
probably would have
gray,
loved it.
yeah, yeah, but the gray didn't look good on me. Like in store,
Mm.
it was okay, but when I took it home, obviously it was very flattened anyway. But it was a very deep elephant gray on ever color that it I don't it's not wash me out, but I felt like it made me look even darker. I don't know how to explain because I was no, I'm not super fair, but because I wear a lot of sleeves, like off shoulder sleeves. So then I get a lot of sun on me. So when I wore it, and I remember taking a photo with it, I was like, oh, I look so dark. I don't know how to explain it because it's so saturated, the gray. Yeah. Brighter grays are okay. Brighter, it's got a bit more life. Oh yeah, it makes sense, right? The spring and cool thing that you saw just now, like bright. If it's a brighter, more forward gray, looks great. But if it's like sort of like, it sucks in the color, then I'm like, oh, I turn gray with it. JW says, I like the collection. Lena's like, I like Fendi, I'm lost.
Oh.
Fendi, huh? It's been quiet. We haven't talked about Fendi for a while. We should talk about some other Fendi. But Fendi has been quiet ever since they did their 20, don't know how many year anniversary for their baguettes. I haven't seen anything like, oh, amazing. Joe is so funny. But I think so. It's true. Solid block. This is the color. There's no like, it could be this color. Wait, let me pull Joe's comment. Okay. I know how to describe it. I need colors that are decisive. Like me. They cannot be in between colors. They must be committed to who they are to buy with me.
Decisive colors. I like that. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Black is black.
No fake grays. It's true, huh? Because when you're like trying to, because you know how Hermes has so many gray tones. Technically, a taupe is a type of gray, like it's a taupey gray. It's like it's not gray, it's brown. It's like,
Yeah, taupe is a good example for me because I really like my bolide taupe because when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a bright gray, right? It's a bright browny gray. But the taupe on my mini Kelly was a bit like, ooh, it's a bit gray, isn't it? It's a bit like poopy. But luckily, that taupe somehow, because I had that green pearl at the side to brighten it, it didn't turn out so bad. But I think if it was fully one color, it would suck me into the bag. It's like the color is just so like, dull to some extent, dull. So bright, yeah, bright.
I always found a taupe to be a very tricky color, nevertheless. I have such a love-hate relationship with it still. Because I love looking at it and I see people wear their a taupe and I'm like, wow, so pretty. And yet when I put it against me and I'm just like, what is this yucky color? Like on me anyway, it looks yucky. But then I don't know why it looks so pretty on its own. Just like such a lovely relationship with it. It's so bizarre. It's not decisive. It's not decisive enough for me. Is it trying to be gray or is it trying to be brown? Hello.
Brown.
Just make up your mind.
It's taupe. Taupe is a taupe. So my boss has a taupe Clemence leather.
Me
Birkin.
too. Oh, I have
it's
Lindy.
It's a different color. It's Clemence makes it more deeper. It's still bright, but it's on a deeper bright compared to Togo, right? Because when I look at the bag, I see a deepness to it. Not deepness, like not dull, but not as bright. So it's a bit like really flat in a way. Still nice because when I see her wear it, I was like, ooh, nice. But when I wear it, I'm like, I don't know, that's something about it. It's very, very taupey.
It's for me because I don't have the Birkin, but I have the mini Lindy. It's the same leather, right? And I obviously I was very happy when I got the bag because I've been after it for so long. But then for some reason, it's the only bag in my entire collection where the outfit has to makes sense for the bag. So it's annoying because I can't just wear the bag with any outfit. It's the other way around. Whereas all my other bags, I mean, other than maybe with a white bag, okay, because that's very white. But like, even the white bag is easier to style than the A2 bag because it really, really just depends on the outfit. It's so tricky. Like that color is super tricky for me, and that's perhaps it explained by the fact that I don't buy a lot of beige because beige looks amazing with a taupe. Um, and I don't buy a lot of beige because beige is so tricky on as a color for me. It has to be the right tone of beige. And I think that would explain it, right? Otherwise, yeah, it's a hard bag to style in my collection. A hard color to style in my collection.
Okay, I have to pull this up because a few days ago, okay, here we go. A few days ago, I saw, I think Alex sent me this, Alex as in a subby sent me this picture of a handbag because we're just talking about Birkins right now, right? Birkins and Hermes. So there's this bag that I don't know if you saw. It's a Jellycat Birkin. Did you see this?
Jellycat Birkin?
Did anybody see this?
What's a Jellycat Birkin? I've never heard of that.
Hang on. Let me look for it. Basically, it's like the Workin, Walmart's Workin, but Jellycat. Jellycat's a teddy bear.
Yeah, I know what Jellycats are. I was looking for those because I had to buy one for as a souvenir to bring back from Hong Kong.
Okay,
Because
here
someone
we go.
likes Jellycats here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, they make wait, but the Jellycat is not from Pop Mart though, is it?
No. They're
Why is
not.
it
It's probably
Pop
fake.
Mart then?
But it's like a real bag. I'm just finding for a picture.
Okay.
And it's a real bag, like a real Birkin. It's a Birkin 25. So JW, you saw the Birkin, Jellycat Birkin. I'm really tempted. So for my color analysis, should I get white or orange?
White.
White?
No orange for me. I guess that orange looks red. At least from here. I don't know. Maybe it's the blue light. I don't know.
It's probably the blue light. It's orange. It's so cute. Jada is like, yeah, I want one. I don't know how to get it though, so I'll figure it
But
out.
it's made by Jellycat?
I don't think so. I don't know
Yeah,
actually. Frankly, I don't know.
If it's made by Pop Mart, I would believe it. By Jellycat, I mean, I would be so surprised.
No
I was even
idea,
surprised that they
frankly.
had Jellycat in the Ocean Park, which is I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the one that I bought in the end. I'm like, oh my gosh, they make pandas and Jellycat makes pandas. So I found that one in Ocean Park, but otherwise, I don't. It would surprise me if they make Birkins. That would be so hilarious.
Jellycat Birkin. Yeah. Let's see if I can find a pic on IG. It's so funny. It's actually really cute. It's true. I don't remember who sent it to me, but it's so cute. Oh, here we
Sorry,
go.
I was laughing at this. Didn't want to interrupt you, but ube bube. It too reminds me of wet cardboard box. Cardboard box. I'm sorry, everyone. You don't have to be sorry. I have a love-hate relationship with it too. I'm like, oh, why does it look nice on everyone else except me?
Okay, I found it.
Oh my god, they're real size? They're true size?
They're
I
real
thought it was
size. They're real size.
I did not know they were this big. Oh wow.
Look.
Okay. Okay, I must be the lighting because I like the orange for some reason, okay? For some reason. It must be the
Look.
lighting.
It's so cute. Yeah. They were so apparently, I mean, I'm reading their IG. They were so overwhelmed because I mean, like the whole luxury world just attacked them basically
Oh.
with orders. And you can actually order in Singapore. They have they have the Shopee shop in Singapore, but
Uh-huh.
very tempted. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
And what's the
For
price
fun,
on those?
I think it's a couple of $100. Not cheap though.
That's it for this big size? Wow. I'm surprised.
It says here, okay, $350.
Okay, but still that's not bad because Jellycat, if it's a real Jellycat doll, Jellycats are really expensive. It's reasonable.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like a toy. It's like a soft toy in the shape of a bag.
Can you put stuff inside? Like, is it functional?
It's a proper bag. It's a proper bag. So I'll show you again. So you see,
Then it's worth it.
see, you can see it's a bag. It's a
Wow.
real bag from the side and everything.
Oh my gosh. Is there a white one that I can see?
She didn't put a white, so the white one's here.
No? Okay.
Amy's like, do you think I can pull it off?
No, I cannot. I mean, it's just like it's just gonna add to the clutter. I've been okay, not really good, but I've been kind of good sometimes. Like if there were so many attempts of me wanting to shop, and sometimes I gave in, and most times I try to just forget about it. So it's been working half of the time. So like this one is even less practical. So I'm like probably not gonna buy it. I'm just asking because I'm curious.
I bought stuff this week. I went to, because I'm here in Malaysia. So I've been wanting to buy myself a pair of slippers. Obviously, it's nothing like a handbag. And I decided, I mean, I vlogged a little bit. So hopefully I can put a vlog up. I haven't done it. But I bought myself a pair of Crocs. And I have to say, Crocs are expensive. Huh? I
Crocs?
forgot. Crocs. Oh, yeah, let me take it up. Hang on. Oh.
What's a frock? I don't know what a Crocs or frocks.
Crocs.
Oh, Crocs. Okay.
Crocs. Because I've been wanting to get something that I can put my my whole foot in. That's easy to wash if I go to the beach with my natto, and has, you know, when you run with your dog, if she suddenly runs, I don't want my slipper to be left behind. So I couldn't buy those, you know, just the beach slippers. So then I was thinking, oh, Crocs would be a good one. So I went and checked it out. Gosh, they're so expensive now. I don't know, for some reason I thought they would cost like so conversion wise maybe $50 right? So 150 ringgit, right? Let's say around there. It's like 300 ringgit, which is just under $100 for Crocs. No, I bought them anyway, but still, I stood there. I stood there telling the salesperson, I was like, oh, so expensive? Crocs? Oh, why so expensive? And the shop was packed, okay? I'm like, God, what? Things are expensive, even Crocs.
Yeah, things are getting really expensive lately. Everything's gone up. But probably because also for you guys, I'm pretty sure it's an American brand. I'm gonna look it up now. Croc.
I don't know, but apparently, so a friend, one of my colleagues was telling me, because I was complaining about the Croc price. I was like, oh my God, so Crocs expensive. No, Crocs, they're just slippers.
Yeah,
And she was
Croc's
saying,
an American brand.
yeah, so she was saying that they recently went up in popularity, like it's just crazy popular because some K-pop, J-pop group started to wear them. And they, you know, you can you can add little things on the shoes right now.
Yeah, they
So
have those in
yeah.
Hong Kong all over the place.
So because of that, everybody's now wanting to wear. I mean, a lot of people are now buying Crocs because this pop band wears them, decks them out. They look so cool. They look so comfy. They are comfortable, but they're definitely not worth 300 ringgit, which is just under $100, $190, $80, $90. And that doesn't even include those little attachments you have on it. I was
Yeah.
shocked at the price of the attachments. And here we are talking about luxury, but still, I was like, what? What?
Yeah,
Don't
they're
need
more
that.
expensive probably in Asia because you have to import it from America, right? So it's
Right.
you know
I
how
think I'm gonna get my brother to buy me another pair.
yeah, you should buy it in the States because you know how
Take a
like it's
photo
so
of them.
common like when I go to Australia or when I go to Hong Kong and if I will never shop American brands there. Like Coach, Nike, Adidas, like all these
Mm,
American brands, they're so much more expensive when you buy it there versus when I buy it here. Like even Canada, because you know we're right beside USA, so like even if it's still slightly more in Canada, for example, right? It's still cheaper than buying it all the way, you know, like import it all the way
yeah.
over there because
Probably made in
they mark up a
Indonesia
whole
though.
lot. Yeah.
Crazy price. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but that's a good point, huh? Since I'm gonna see my brother sometime in the middle of the year, I'll tell him, can you get me a pair of Crocs? Because I just sort
Yeah.
of average out the price.
Yeah, they will he's probably like if they buy themselves, they probably even know if there's like even an outlet or even like just when it goes on sale, like they will get it more a decent price. I mean, they're not cheap even in Canada. I'm looking at their website right now. The most classic, so the most basic one is still $65 plus tax, so it's not cheap.
What?
Um, but it's maybe, you know, a smidge less than you paid, but it's still not cheap, you know?
Oh, that's true. And maybe you're gonna buy in an outlet. But anyway, enough about the Crocs. It's just that you were saying that you've been itching to buy something. I was like, yeah, I gotta buy some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we are at our 2 hour mark. So thank you for joining us. And apologies again if the internet is up and down, but it is what it is. We will see you next week, and that's on Amy's channel. Remember, Jerusha is joining us. Yay! We might start early. So you're gonna give a heads up
I'm
or
gonna check with
check.
everyone, well, including you, how much earlier can you go, right? Like an hour
We can do it
earlier?
at an hour earlier. It's okay. So we can start at
Okay, let me ask
11.
her.
Yeah,
That
if
means
she's
that means I
okay.
have to eat dinner even earlier though.
That's up to you. I'm just suggesting because we can like spend the first hour not talking about anything, just random, and then only I definitely
All
can.
right.
So let me know, and then obviously we will announce it on our um, channels and on our
Mhm.
community posts and on our IG. So make sure you follow us there. Jerusha is joining us. Jessie is joining us. I think towards the end of the month, and yeah, and we've got some member sees it first unboxings on Amy's channel, on my channel. So make sure you join us as a member. It's pretty jam packed March. So
March is a long
yes,
month.
yeah, it is. It's a
It's a
5 week. Yeah,
longer
it's a
month.
5 week one.
Yeah.
Anyway, everyone, take care. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.